Now, I ain't doing nothing until I get my sip of coffee because this weather got your girl feeling really sluggish. But a steak can make everything right. I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning down my steak with some garlic powder, some pepper, and some steak seasoning. Yes, those are the only 3 seasons that I use for my steak. Just those 3 seasonings alone will have your steak super juicy because there ain't nothing like a good steak. I like my steak medium well and well done. But hell no, I can never eat my steak super bloody. That's why I can never understand the people who like their steak just rare. That's definitely not an option for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my potatoes all cut up and prepare for my loaded mashed potatoes. I like to cut my potatoes up in little pieces because it makes it easier for them to boil. And plus it makes them boil a lot faster. And it won't have to take much effort to get them mushed up. It would just make the whole process a lot easier. Anything that's going to make something a lot easier for me, I'm all about it. Because I'm all about working smarter, not harder. I was a little rough cutting up these potatoes because my knife didn't seem sharp enough. It's definitely time to get some new knives. These are my potatoes when they're all cut up, guys. Now I'm going to put them in a pan and get them ready to get boiled. But before I do that, I got to get them all rinsed off. Yes, cleaning your potatoes after you're done cutting them up is a must. Also put a little bit of salt and a little bit of butter to boil in with my potatoes as well. It would just make your potatoes taste a whole lot better all the way around. I make sure I use just a little bit of salt because I don't like a lot of salt. Because too much salt ain't good for you. I'm going to finish prepping my asparagus wrapped in cream cheese and bacon. These are the only thing I made today that took a lot more time to do. It's very time consuming. The reward at the end of all this, they be tasting so delicious. Definitely one of my favorites. I don't even know the last time I made asparagus wrapped in cream cheese and bacon. It's been just that long. So I'm definitely looking forward to eating these. This is probably the only green thing I can get my kids to eat. And that's only because of the cream cheese and the bacon. I guess you can say it blocks out the taste of the asparagus. This is what they looking like when they're done being prepped. I'm going to go ahead and add my butter to the pan and get my steak in here. Yes, I know a lot of butter ain't good for you. But there's only a few things that I will cook with some butter. And my steak gotta be one of them. Because it helps add more juice to the steak. I'm going to go ahead and finish prepping my loaded mashed potatoes by getting them all mushed up. I don't like no clumps in my mashed potatoes, so I got to make sure I mush these mashed potatoes up real good because I like some creamy mashed potatoes. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish preparing my loaded mashed potatoes by putting some sour cream, some cheese, some parsley, some bacon bits, some shredded cheese, and some cream cheese. That's the only way to eat your loaded mashed potatoes. Once you eat it like that, you ain't going to want it no other way. Trust me. My kids will definitely tear up some loaded mashed potatoes. This is honestly the only way that they will really eat them. They will prefer it this way over the regular way any day. Now that I got everything in here, I'm ready to get it stirred up, and this is what it's looking like. Not only do this smell good, but it looks so good. Everything hit the spot. Everything was on point, and everything was so delicious. So good that I felt like I was just swallowing everything instead of just chewing everything. Because it probably been about 9 hours before I ate something. So I wasn't playing no games with this steak. Let me get off here and finish my plate.